What's up, guys? It's Kyle here with Casual Wizard MTG. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some art because we all love the art. Ron Spencer is my favorite artist, and I want to talk a little bit about Ron Spencer, not just his artwork, but a little bit about him. I think that's always cool when we know a little bit about the artist. But first, I want to kind of kick it off with some older cards that aren't Ron Spencer. Back in the day, one of my favorite cards and artwork happened to be Keldon Warlord. Whoa! See, that's how I throw stuff up on the screen for you to see it. So this dude, I mean, I did another video on if artwork matches the power of the card. And, you know, that's irrelevant to this video, other than saying Keldon Warlord is a badass. His ability makes him pretty badass. I think the artwork totally matches his ability. I mean, this guy, this Keldon Warlord, he's kind of like the Hulk, except not green. And I don't think he has to be angry to, you know, be awesomely, ridiculously buff. I mean, this is the kind of guy that gives other guys complexes. You know, you look at this dude and his strength and his muscles and just his size is just insane, and it's like, I want to be like this guy in a way. I need to go to the gym for like 26 hours a day, 8 days a week, 404 days a year type of thing. Repeat process. Anyway, Keldon Warlord, he's awesome. That sword probably weighs as much as I do. Keldon Warlord, the artist here is Kev Brockschmidt. Just an awesome card. One of my favorite art pieces in Magic, especially from something back in the day. And then another card, a little bit more recent. Not a little bit, a lot more recent. Shadows over Innistrad, Twins of Moror Estate. This card's awesome. I love the macabre. I love everything Halloween. I love dark things. I prefer rain over sunny days. So this card just really celebrates everything I love about the dark realms of our world. It's got these two little girls. I think maybe they're tweens. I don't know, but they're vampires, and they have soiled their dresses with blood. They have recently fed on some poor soul. I think you can see his foot here, his leg and foot in the foreground, the right front of the card in the foreground there. And this card is just awesome. This artwork is amazing. I love how dark it is. I love the gore involved in this, and I just think these girls are creepy as shit. And this kind of stuff is what nightmares are made of. Awesome card, awesome artwork. Artwork here is done by, I might say this wrong, Derek Zabrocki. Derek Zabrocki's awesome. Great card, love it. So on to my favorite guy. So Ron Spencer has a ton of awesome cards. How I discovered Ron was when I started to get back into Magic, like a year or two ago, whatever it was. I bought a box of cards from my local game store. It's like, you know, $10 or $15. You get 500 cards. I don't know, 10 rares and a foil or something like that. I got this card, Anthroplasm, and it was my foil, and I just thought it was like. Yeah, it was like when I left Magic way back in the 90s, foils weren't a thing in Magic. So when I got back into it, it was like, now there's foils of everything. Anthroplasm was my first foil coming back into the game. Anthroplasm, this card, it was just beautiful the way it looked. And this really stuck out. And I was checking out the artwork. It was right on point. I loved it. And then I saw, I don't remember what the card was, I saw another card, and it was also Ron Spencer, the same artist. So then I started looking into Ron Spencer's artwork, and I love it. I mean, it's instantly recognizable for me. It's just my favorite. There's a few people that are, a few other artists that are similar, but you know, everybody's unique. And it's Ron Spencer. Just personally, I love this dude. Look at. I'm going to throw some cards up as I'm talking here, just for you to check out. What I really love about him is his use of colors. He uses like so many colors on the spectrum. It's like he's like the perfect example of like the art world and art, what you learn in art class about every color. And you know, you go on your computers and you can see like 2 something million colors or something on your monitor, and it's like, that's how I feel about this Magic card. I feel like I'm seeing 2.4 million colors on one card. It's unreal, just some, and the details, and it's like the darkness and the shadow work, the lines, and it's just like everything kind of looks 3D in a way. It's just fantastic. Some of my favorite cards, and his stuff looks amazing in foil. I mean, even without foil, it's already like magnificento. That's not a word, but it is to describe Magic cards. Reckless One is one of my favorite cards. I love it in a foil. Whip Keeper. It's just these bright, vibrant colors that really make these cards outstanding, especially in foil. And you know, so I'll go into a little bit about Ron Spencer. He was one of the original 25 artists that when Magic first came out, and as of 2011, he was one of only 3 of the artists of the original 25 that were still working, being commissioned by Wizards to do artwork for the cards. The iconic card, his most iconic work, is a card called Terror, which classic removal card. Destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature. It can be regenerated. And coincidentally, this is also Ron Spencer's. I read up a little bit about him. This is his favorite artwork that he's done. It's not my favorite, but it's one of his favorites, if not the favorite, I think he said. And that's been reprinted a few times. He did artwork for other companies, a lot of other toy companies as well. He actually worked with World of Warcraft TCG. Some of his artwork has been seen in D&D. The list goes on. He's a self-taught artist, which is pretty incredible when you look at this stuff. He did have 2 years in college in Idaho, I suppose. Drying potatoes, I think. Stupid joke. I got tons of them. But 2 years of school in Idaho. But other than that, he's completely self-taught. He has a sister who's actually an artist in Magic as well. Her name's Therese Nielsen. And they actually collaborated on some cards in the Shadowmoor set, which is amazing. I'll throw a card up there. I'm a wizard. Don't ever forget that. And what's cool is he hides little Easter eggs in some of his cards. He's been known to hide names in some of his artwork. 2 of the most popular ones is Goblin Grenade back from, I think it was Fallen Empires. He has the name Mike hidden within the card. He also has the card in the card Misfortune. I can't remember the set, but he has Dale, the name Dale, hidden in the artwork. It's not like, you won't see it like written like in cursive or spelled out perfectly in a really easy, convenient way that you'll just look and notice somebody sign their name. Like in the artwork itself, like for instance in the Goblin Grenade, you can see on the Goblin Spear, you can see the M, the I, the K, and the E kind of are these barbs on the spear handle, Mike. So that's the kind of stuff to look for if you're gonna check out some of that stuff. What's interesting to me is he said most of his artwork takes about 1 to 3 days to do the work on, which blows my mind. I could spend a lifetime trying to do any one of these, and it wouldn't be half as good. His least favorite artwork is Waterworm, and I actually agree. That's from the Dark set. He said it took him like 10 minutes to do, and I think you can kind of see that. But I definitely don't love that card. It's definitely my least favorite as well. So I think we're on the same page there, Ron. But some other stuff, I'll just keep throwing a few more cards up. Last Stand is another amazing card. There's so much going on in the card within the artwork in terms of all the creatures involved. They're like in the midst of battle. There's so many colors. Like, it's just amazing, this stuff. And I've got to bring this up again. This other video that I did, I talk about whether a creature really matches its power and toughness. And interestingly enough, Ron Spencer has a card. His artwork is featured on a card called Jackalope Herd. It's like, I don't know, you can see, I guess there's definitely a herd of jackalope. There's a bunch in the background as well. But it's a 4/5 card. I don't know about you. I don't know too much about a jackalope, but I mean, it's got some crazy talons and some antlers. It's like a hybrid bunny, moose, deer. I don't know what other animals, goat. I don't know. But if there's enough of them, I suppose it could be a 4/5, but it'd have to be a lot. I think these things are relatively small, like double the size of a regular bunny or rabbit. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it could be a 4/5 if like they're all huge, like the one that's most prominent in the card has huge antlers and talons. Maybe it's 4/5. I'm not sure if I buy it. But yeah, I would love to hear about some of your favorite artists, some of your favorite cards and artwork for all 10 of you that watch. And I don't even think there's necessarily 10 people. I think I have like 10 subscribers. But I'm not sure how many people watch these things. Sometimes I think there's like 10 views, and I think 5 or 6 of them are my own when I go back and watch the video to make sure it works right. So the 3 or 4 of you that are left, I would love to hear your favorite artwork and artist. And until next time, stay magical, stay casual. Kyle from Casual Wizard, MTG, out.